Hey guys, Jaden from Jaden's Talk channel speaking, and I know I haven't made any videos in like about a week. Sorry about that. I usually upload a video every like 2 days. I'm gonna try to stay on the schedule, but if I don't, I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I'm gonna be telling you a story about how I pretty much lost my mind and just went crazy in school. Keep in mind, this happened like about this this previous year I was in school, and this only happened like about, let's see, like probably like 10 months ago. So I went to school, I got up, I was feeling sick. Like, I wasn't feeling sick, I meant like sick of this day, like sick of getting up. I felt like, tired of everything. I wasn't having it that day, and I was just like slacking off, like falling asleep pretty much. Teachers kept giving me crap, and I just kept like giving them crap back. I was like, whatever, like I don't care. And it was like, you need to like stop being so disrespectful, or it's gonna cost you points. Like, good, take points, don't care. Like, get out of my face, don't talk to me. And there was no one really good in my classroom at that time. Like I think that at that time my friend Sam really wasn't. My friend Sam wasn't in school. But I think he was just either out that day. So there was really like no one in my class, and I hated everybody that was. And it's just like, I was like, okay, cool, take points, I don't care. And she said, said, but no, Chad was really the only good person that was in my classroom, because all my other friends were out, and like there's nobody else that I could like talk to. It was so boring. And when I was like putting my head down and doing anything, I was like I don't care what you have to say and everything. I was like, Chad, when we were out in the hallways, I was like, Chad, get out of ISS. I'm so sick of just like sitting here by myself. Like, what'd you even do? I don't even remember what you did. And for a stupid reason, they put people in ISS for stupid reasons in my school all the time. Like, they gave me, like I told you, they gave me OSS for tipping over a plastic cup, right? But no, my teacher was really making me mad. She kept bugging me, like she would not shut up. And when I finally snapped, and I was like, whatever, like, leave me alone. I went out of area for the first time. I will, I'm saying like first time as in like, first time of the day. And when I went out of area, I was walking the halls and everything, and they're like, I don't remember, but I think one of them might have been following me or something. So I went back in saying, like, I went back in, because usually I go back in saying, like, hey, I'll give it another shot, see how it goes, but usually it doesn't work out. So in this time, it really didn't work out. You'll see why. But when I went back in there, they kept bugging me again and again and again, because I still just wasn't having it. I was like, I wasn't in the mood today at all. And they kept like, okay, Jaden, you're losing points. And I kept telling them I don't care. And you're like, you need to lose the attitude and everything. Like, they just wouldn't shut up about everything. Like, everything they had to say something about. And when they finally said that, I said, you know what? I'm going outside to stand up. I told her I'm standing outside the room. She said, like, can I just do that? Like, at least I'm not going out of area this time. She said, sure, I don't see why not. And I went outside, right? I was standing outside my room, my classroom. The ISS room is right next to my classroom. And there was a teacher in the ISS room. I looked into the ISS room door. I looked into the ISS room door window. They called me out of area because I looked into the window. And my teacher comes out because the teacher that was covering ISS that block said, you're not supposed to, literally ran up to the door and be like, you're not supposed to be looking through those doors. Like, you're not even supposed to be out here. And I was like, yes, I am. I have permission to be out here. And she came out. The teacher assistant that was in my room at the time came out, and she was like, you're not supposed to be looking through that door. Then you're out of area if you're not coming back into the classroom, because there's no reason why you should have to come back into the classroom when you said that I could come out and stand right there just because I looked through the window once. And she said, well, you're out of area if you don't come back into the room. So I had enough. I snapped. I screamed at her. I screamed in her face. I had my backpack on at that time, so I was ready to just go. And after she said that, I snapped. I was like, fine, then I'm out of area then. Then I turned around and I didn't run. I was walking. I was like fucking furious. And I've had enough. And when I was walking away, I was punching lockers. I was screaming. I was like, ah! Like, it was bad. I was bad. And I was like, alright. Chad that same day described what I did today. He described me as an animal. Like, he said his mom said that Chad said you were an animal. I was like, really? I was like, holy crap. I was like, I was that bad? But no, I was bad. Like, me and my friend Shania were like roaming around the halls. She was out of area for a different reason. She was out of area for like a less important reason. I mean, I kind of was too, but like it was a reason that I put into my mind and said, hey, like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like I'm not gonna sit there and let them tell me that I'm out of area just because I accidentally looked through the window and saw someone. And oh, it was so stupid. And we were walking around the hallways for about like a good hour, and that's the thing. The thing that really made me mad while I was out of area is the fact that they gave me like suspension from out of school for tipping over a plastic cup off of a desk. But after what I was doing that day, and they didn't even give me one block of ISS, I got nothing. That's what like pissed me off the most. The fact that they gave me OSS for that reason, but didn't give me any punishment for that at all. It's just like so stupid. But the fact is, when me and my friend were walking around the hallways, me and her were like going into learning. There's little rooms called learning labs, and we kept going around learning labs where other people were trying to like calm down and everything. One of her ex-boyfriends were in there. His name was Andrew, and we were just sitting there in there talking to him. He was laying down on the floor for some reason. I have no idea. I couldn't remember why. But he was laying on the floor. He was like trying. I think he felt sick. I think he went home that day. But yeah, he was trying to calm down. He was trying to like lay down and like try to feel better and everything. I think that was happening. So let's just say that he was doing that. And when he was doing that, he was fine with us. He was fine with us being in there. We were talking to him. He was all chilling and everything. He wasn't like he was out of. I think he was out of area. He just wasn't like He wasn't like screaming at the teachers. He just left because he didn't feel good. And he was sitting there just like really quiet. He was really chill about everything. And he wouldn't yell, you know. So this big Paul Blart guy, his name is Mr. Perney, came in. He's like, all right, let me describe this guy for you. He walks around and acts all tough towards kids, and he like walks around with this big tough walk and everything. He acts all big and bad and everything, and he tries to tell people that, all right, the people that me and my friends like are little pricks too, because the people, I'm only a prick to people if they're a prick to me first. That's the same way with with the kid Phil Adams that I have. I haven't think I've mentioned him before, but I'll mention him in another one of my later on videos. But he comes in and he's like, "Excuse me, we need to leave." And he's like, "You need to get out." He's like, "Yeah, I'll leave, but I'm not going back to class." She's copied me. She said exactly what I said to him, because, you know, she was really attached to me at the time. Like, she really liked me. Pretty sure she still does. But she really liked being around me and everything. So she always used to follow me when I'm out of area. She always used to like laugh at everything because I used to go crazy at everything, and she thought that was hilarious. And she really loved me when I could, when she could, and so that guy literally sat there and talked to that kid Andrew because he was out of area. He was like, Andrew, we're gonna have to go back to class eventually, buddy. He's like, no, like I feel crap. I don't feel good, so I'm not going to class. And then at some point, I think Bernie said something to us, and then we were just like I'm not going back to class. Bernie, how about you shut up? I was like, you shut the hell up and eat another donut. And like I said something like that. I said like, how about you shut the hell up and go eat another donut, fat ass. And it was just like, it was mad funny. And it was at a point where it was at a point now where Shania went back into class because she had no choice. The cops were gonna be called if she went out of area for any longer than an hour. And I was out for like another hour after she left, a good half hour. And she was like, the teacher assistant had so meanwhile, when the teacher assistant was outside, like trying to get me to come back into class, the teacher that was covering ISS was with her. And I was like, no, screw off. I'm not going back to class. And I went back, and this is what happened. It was so stupid. They grabbed me by my arms and tugged me into a learning lab. And I screamed at them. I was just like, get off of me! Don't touch me! And then she's like, don't make me touch you. I was just like, I didn't make you do anything. It's like, that was your choice to touch me. I was flipping out in the room. I was flipping out in the learning lab. I was like punching the wall and everything. So my teacher comes in. My actual teacher came in. He was like, Jaden, you need to stop punching that wall. And I was like, what's going to happen if I don't, huh? And then she's like, do you want to see what's going to happen? He's like, well, I kept asking her. I was like, what's going to happen? What is going to happen, Natalie? And she's like, do you want to see what's going to happen? I was like, what's going to happen? He's like, come on, tell me right now. If you think you're so tough and if you want to act tough and you want to say that kind of crap, it's like, what's going to happen? And eventually she gave up and stopped telling me. And I asked to go take some laps around the hallways. They let me go. And after that, I went to go take another lap, and they're just like, no, you need to go back in. And I was like, no. And then they grabbed me by my arms again, tugged me back into the lab. I was like trying to like jump out and everything. I was like trying to get out of their arms, and that was pretty much it. Like it was just me sitting in that learning lab for the rest of the day. It was pretty crazy, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Peace.